Guys, welcome to the Internet Marketing Evolution webinar. I'm Omar Martin. That's my picture right there on the screen. And then that's my beautiful wife, Melinda, on the right-hand side. And we want to thank you for spending this time here with us. I want to make sure you get the most out of this webinar. And as you know, right now, we live in the most distracting society ever in the history of mankind. There's just so many things to distract us. And I think one of the biggest issues with people that, you know, they come to me like, oh, Omar, I just can't succeed. I'm not getting the results I want to get, is they're just so easily distracted. They're easily distracted with the work that they're doing every day in their business by starting new things every day. And they're easily distracted when they're trying to learn, like to apply themselves on webinars like these, because you've got news stories, you've got Twitter, you've got Facebook, you've got your phone, you've got your iPad, you've got, you know, your smart TV in front of you. You got all these things, all this stuff coming at you. And unfortunately, that is just pulling your mind in a whole bunch of different directions. And it's just impossible to truly absorb. I mean, as it is, when you're completely undistracted, you're only going to absorb about 10% of the information you're exposed to. Now, add in all the distractions, you'll be lucky if you absorb 1%. So I want to ask that you make a change right now and actually go grab that phone and turn it completely off. Trust me, you're going to be fine for about an hour or so. Nothing is going to be that terrible going on. You're not going to miss, anything that in 1 hour. You know what I mean? 1 hour. And same thing with any other tabs you might have open right now. Just close them out and just dedicate this next hour here. We might go a little bit over an hour, but just dedicate this time to your business, to your future, and just really immerse yourself in what we're talking about here, because you're going to get a lot out of it, okay? As I introduced myself earlier, I'm Omar, and that's my wife, Melinda. We want to welcome you here. Melinda and I love teaching people to make money online. We've made a career out of it, going on 15 years now at the time that we're doing this. And just yesterday, we were having I don't remember who we were talking to, but we were like, oh my goodness, it's going on 15 years. We're like, oh my gosh, wow. And I'm really excited to be able to share the information that we're going to go over with you here, because it's a culmination of things that we've learned in that time period. We've been able to build a very, very successful business, and it hasn't been smooth sailing from day one. It's actually been up and down, up and down, up and down, and then it got a little bit smoother and smoother and smoother as we go. But even to this day, we're learning things all the time, and it's because new technology is constantly coming out, and you have to adapt with the changing times, okay? So I want to welcome you to this, and I want you to close the distractions and pay close attention to what we're going to teach you here, okay? We're not anything special, okay? I want to start by letting you know that neither Melinda or myself went to computer college or went to any kind of technical, internet marketing training. We are not geeks. We're actually ordinary people. As a matter of fact, I was a blue collar worker. I mean, I was going to college and I was pursuing a career in medicine, but I was working as a paramedic, literally wearing a blue collar every day. And I had no intention of building an online business. Little did I know that's what God had planned for me. But Melinda as well, she was, not, she didn't go to college to study any of this stuff, or, this business has been something that we've learned on the way to getting here, and I want to make sure that you understand that you can do the same thing, because we've gotten extraordinary results. We've applied ourselves and we've made a lot of sacrifices along the way. But when we started, we were flat broke. As a matter of fact, in the beginning, we started in 2007, and we tried everything that you could possibly think of, and we turned to the internet because we were literally just drowning in debt, right? Around that time, the housing market was starting to crash, and our jobs weren't secure, and we were just trying to stay afloat. And we turned to eBay to try to see if we could make some extra money selling the stuff that was in our garage. And that's when I did a search. I believe it or not, I searched how do you become a power seller? Because I figured that's what we had to do to make real money. And what I found was a book by a guy named John Thornhill called the 90-Day Power Seller Challenge. And I bought the book, but I never read it, because what happened when I bought it was I got a download link and I realized, wow, this guy just made $12 selling me a link. and I'm supposed to read that book. I'm supposed to download that book and read it to learn how to sell physical items. Why don't I just sell links like he's doing? So that was the moment that I decided, no, I'm going to become an internet millionaire, and I'm going to do it selling links, information products. And we went from zero to $360,000 a year in 18 months after creating and launching several information products. So I want to make sure that I'm real clear and upfront with you about that, because there's a lot of people out there that want you to buy their stuff, and they make it sound like, hey, I've got some magic fairy dust, just sprinkle this over your laptop and you're going to be rich right away. And they really word things in a way that make it sound like it's absolutely effortless, and I'm one that I'm here to tell you, look, it is simple, but it is not easy. It takes work. It takes effort, and I'm going to show you the easiest way humanly possible, but that requires work. Okay. And I want to make sure that you get that right from now, because if you're here thinking that I've got some fairy dust or some kind of secret loophole that's going to make you millions of dollars without any effort, then I'm sorry, I'm not that person for you. You're going to have to continue on your search, and I hope you find something, because I haven't found anything like that, and we've been doing this for 15 years. What we were able to do, though, after we launched several products and we got the process down and we were making six figures a year, we actually went on to create systems and do affiliate marketing and really scale the business. And now we've made well over $8 million online as both vendors and affiliates, because now not only do we create and launch our own products, but because we have a list of customers and followers, and because we're influencers on social media, we can promote other people's products and just make money in the form of commissions. And that's a very, very cool thing to do, because it creates another income stream for you. We've actually personally ourselves created hundreds of products. Okay, hundreds of products. Remember those little links that I told you that, the digital information products, like the one I got from John Thornhill in 2007? We've gone on to make hundreds and hundreds of those ourselves. We've conducted various product launches that did over six figures in the matter of a week. And we've coached thousands of students. We've done well over 2,000 webinars. As a matter of fact, just training webinars, we're approaching 500 training webinars just for our flagship product and our group of students that we have in our Unfair Advantage membership. And if you count all the other training and all the other websites and all the sales webinars that we've done, man, we've done over 2,000 webinars. And we've even at this point hosted live events where people have, here in Orlando, which is where we live now, we've hosted events like in a conference center where, a convention center where we do these big conferences and people fly in from all over the world. We've been able to train so many people, not just people, but companies. As a matter of fact, you may be familiar with a company named JVZoo. They're an affiliate marketing network that a lot of marketers use to process payments for their products. Well, JVZoo actually contracted us to train their employees and to do their own marketing for a year. And they even featured us in the book. They have a book, a JVZoo book, and they featured us as the Internet Marketing Power Couple. Hence where we kind of got the nickname Internet Marketing Power Couple. If you look up our profile on JVZoo, you'll know and you'll be able to verify that the stuff I'm saying is true. We've made over 100,000 sales online, and I want to say that close to 70,000, if not just over 70,000 of those sales are on JVZoo alone. We obviously also use ClickBank and Warrior Plus, and we have our own a merchant account that we process high ticket sales and things like that for coaching. But you can see all of our stats on there, and we're in the top 5% of all vendors and in the top 2% of all affiliates. We have a 4.5 star rating, and we have less than 4% refund rate. I am very, very proud of that, because just recently we promoted someone else's webinar, and that guy was so excited that his refund rate was like 18% or something like that. And I was like, oh my goodness, no, There's no way that I could possibly live with myself if I had that high of a refund rate. And he was like, yeah, no, most products do. And I'm like, no, they don't. So, we're very, very proud of less than 4% refunds, because that tells me that we're doing something right. Okay. Everything that I'm talking about here is public information. Okay. And I'm not going to go into this long. That's pretty much it as far as my story. I just want to make sure that before we get into this presentation that you know a little bit about us, and that at the very least, hey, well, these guys are experienced. Even if this is the first time you're ever interacting with us or you've ever even heard of us, I want you to be able to say, well, okay, at least these guys, they have some stuff that I can go and check on my own. They've done, thousands of dollars online, millions of dollars actually. As a matter of fact, right here on our JVZoo profile, by the way, our JVZoo ID is 13747. This is public information. You can go to JVZoo and look it up. This is just one of the platforms we do business on. And you can see as a seller, we're in the top 5%. We've done 41,500 sales as a seller. We have a 4.5 star rating. And as an affiliate, we're in the top 2% with over 28,000 sales. So actually just shy of 70,000 sales total on JVZoo alone. We're verified on that platform. We've gotten product of the day 10 times. I know that's been a lot more than 10 times actually. I think they just stopped counting them. To date, we've made as affiliates on this platform alone $1.78 million, and as affiliate earnings 1.7, and I think actually I think that those are inverted. I think the affiliate earnings are 464,000 and the vendor earnings are 1.7 million. I might have accidentally put those in the two in the wrong spot when I took the little snapshot. But you can go and verify this information for yourself on JVZoo. And I just wanted to make sure that you understood that we've been doing this a while. We know what we're doing. We're getting real results, and we're doing it right now. We're not going to be talking here about stuff that used to work in 1987. We're talking about stuff that's working right now, because we're getting these kind of results right now, today. Okay? So my promise to you is that if you watch this to the very, very end, you'll have the same unfair advantage that we use to build our own business to 7 figures as fast as we did, because it took us 18 months to get to 6 figures. But I want to say within 2 years, we were already knocking on the door of 7 figures per year, and we were able to scale it really, really fast. This is a no BS webinar, and everything that I'm going to be talking to you about right here is stuff that we've done, stuff that we know works. This is not theory, okay? So that's my promise to you, is to be very, very straightforward. I'm not going to be sugarcoating anything at all. And if that bothers you, this might not be the webinar for you, because I'm not, if you're somebody that gets triggered easily and you were hoping to just come here and, get somebody that pats you on the head and says, hey, don't worry, everything's going to be fine, you're going to make millions of dollars tomorrow, this is probably not the webinar for you. What I am going to cover is 3 secrets, okay? I'm going to go over 3 things. And frankly, these are secrets that are hiding in plain sight, right? They've been right in front of your face the whole time, and I'm going to just point them out to you right here on this webinar. The first one is going to be the fastest way humanly possible to get to 6 figures per year with skills that you already possess. Because a lot of people think, like, oh my goodness, I'm going into internet marketing and I'm starting a new business and it's so hard, and then I have to learn absolutely everything before I do anything. That is one of the deadliest mentalities to internet marketers. It happens all the time to people, even students that I'm coaching. They just seem to be perpetual newbies. They're working on stuff forever because they think they just don't know enough to release anything, and that isn't the case. And what you're going to learn here is the fact that you already possess the skills that you need in order to create something that people want and will pay you for, a digital product. And that's what I'm going to show you here. The second thing that you're going to learn here is the easiest way to grow an actual business that makes you reliable money every single month, online, forever. Money that's going to keep coming in. And this is where I'm talking about the evolution of internet marketing, because we've been able to not just stay in business and just survive, but to thrive over the last 14 years, going on 15 now. At the time that I recorded this, I don't know when you're watching, but, I want to just impress upon you that it is, it requires effort. But of all the methods out there, and trust me, there are thousands of ways that you can make money using the internet. I don't know, but just a couple, and that's all that I've needed. And what we're going to go over here is absolutely the easiest way for you to make the most amount of money as fast as humanly possible. That's my goal to teach you here. This is a guaranteed way to never fall behind and always stay ahead of the curve in internet marketing. That's what you're going to learn in this webinar if you stay with me to the very end and you block out all the distractions and you just give me your undivided attention, okay? So let's start here. Let's start with this. Cows are now online. As a matter of fact, I'm pulling out a little piece of paper here that I had because I'm about to read a number to you that's just absolutely insane. But believe it or not, as silly as this sounds, cows are now online. A Dutch company called Sparked uses wireless sensors on cattle. When one of these cows is sick or pregnant, it actually sends a message to the farmer, and each cow transmits 200 megabytes per year across the web. Now, this is reality. Cows are online. Now, we all are online, nowadays with cell phones. Like we have the internet on our hips. And I remember years ago, having a phone, an actual cellular phone was like a little briefcase that you had. I know I'm sharing my age, but nowadays we all carry the internet around. But not only that, animals now carry the internet around and transmit on the web. As a matter of fact, my dogs, we used to have these little collars that had GPS on them in case a dog gets lost. We can actually find the dog. We actually have self-driving cars. How long will it be till the day of the Jetsons, right? Where, they're flying around. I don't know how to make the sound. Where these little flying cars are zipping around across the sky, right? We've got drones delivering packages now. We actually don't have to pull over and ask for directions anymore. Do you remember that? I remember when I was a kid, my dad never wanted to pull over and ask directions. He'd rather be lost for an hour, but you no longer have to do that. We could pull out our phones. Heck, we don't even have to pull out our phones. Nowadays, we could talk to our cars. I literally, in my car, I could just tell the car, hey, show me, pull up the navigation. And on the screen pops the navigation. I tell it where I want to go, and it just takes me there. Like, literally, this is the reality that we're living on. Cows are online, and we have evolved immensely. This plays a huge role in your business, okay? The number of things that are connected to the internet has surpassed the number of people on earth. I want to just stress this. The number of things connected to the internet has surpassed the number of people on earth. You ever remember that movie, The Terminator? Skynet took over. How far from that are we, right? I actually have an app called Cardia on my cell phone that can perform a 6-lead electrocardiogram. When I was a paramedic for the New York City Fire Department, we used to have to carry around this 60-pound Laerdal heart monitor along with our med bag and our stretcher and everything. I used to have to climb all these like flights of stairs to go into these buildings in New York. And the tracings, we'd put these electrodes on people's chests. They never stuck. And it was just such a pain to get a tracing and transmit it to the hospital. Now, right in my pocket, on my phone, I've got an app, okay, and it comes with this little device. I just put my 2 thumbs on it. It's a cell phone cover. I put my 2 thumbs on it, and I click the button on the screen. It gives me for 30 seconds. It gives me an EKG, a 6-lead EKG right on my screen. I can send it to a doctor right through there, like through the app. It's incredible where we've gotten, and now, I don't know if you've been paying attention, but unmanned rocket ships can actually return to the launch pad and land like they used to in the cartoons. You remember back in the cartoons, and the rocket would take off, and the same rocket would like come back to the same landing pad, right? Well, until recently, we couldn't do that. I mean, when I was growing up, and then we were watching these space shuttle launches, the big booster rockets would fall into the ocean. Not anymore. And you know what? It no longer takes a crew and a van with a satellite dish to go live to a worldwide audience. Nowadays, you want to broadcast live across the world, just go ahead and whip out your smartphone, click the live button on Facebook, and you're transmitting across the planet. Somebody in Russia could be watching you live, and it didn't require a van full of technicians and a giant satellite dish to do it. This is the reality that we live in. This is the technological age that you're growing a business in, and this is the internet, the most rapidly advancing industry and media platform in the history of the world. That's where you've chosen to do business. Have you ever heard of IPv6? It's the Internet Protocol version 6. That's what we're up to now. And I'm gonna do my best to read this. Okay, this is a huge number. I've got it written down here. 340 undecillion, 282 decillion, 366 nonillion, 920 octillion, 938 septillion, 463 sextillion, 463 quintillion, 374 quadrillion, 607 trillion, 431 billion, 768 million, 211,411 possible internet connections right now. That is what the Internet Protocol version 6 makes possible. That is 100 internet connections for every atom on the face of the earth. And I don't mean atom spelled with a D, as how many people named Adam. I mean atoms spelled with a T. For every atom on the face of the earth, there are 100 possible internet connections with IPv6. This is the internet that you're doing business on, and it is changing. It is changing very, very fast. Things are evolving very, very fast. As a matter of fact, it is a different internet now than when you started watching this video. New sites have been added. Sites have been deleted. Millions of hours of video footage have been uploaded to YouTube in the time that you've been listening to me. This is the internet that you're doing business on. It's a whole new world. And it's a whole new world not just because of COVID-19. It's actually a whole new world because things are changing faster than ever before. And you need to constantly evolve if you're going to survive in internet marketing. One of the biggest things that crushes internet marketers' dreams is they go and they download a free ebook that was written 2 or 3 years ago about some traffic method or some product creation method or something that simply doesn't work anymore. You know why? Because we've got self-driving cars now. You know why? Because we've got rockets that land themselves now. Because we've got cows that are online. And the things you're reading and learning were written 5, 6, 7 years ago, which is a lifetime on the internet. And people are just getting left behind in the dust, learning old, outdated information. You know what's changed? Email marketing has changed. I've been doing this for 15 years. I can tell you, email marketing has been one of the things that's been affected the most by all of the changing technology online. Delivery rates have plummeted. Open rates have plummeted. And click-through rates are at an all-time low. I remember years ago, you know what, not even too long ago, I want to say maybe 7 years ago, right? Which, honestly, that's not really a long time. But I would be able to send an email to 10,000 subscribers, and I could get 1,000 clicks. I mean, that would be great. Send an email using my autoresponder to 10,000 subscribers, and you're able to get 1,000 clicks to an offer. And if that offer converts at 10%, you can make 100 sales with one email. Nowadays, I can have a list that has 70,000 subscribers, and I'll send one email to those 70,000 subscribers. I'm lucky if I get 150 or 200 clicks. That's 7 times the amount of subscribers, and I'm getting 70% less clicks. Think about that. You know why? Because during these years, during this time, you know what? The email clients have gotten smarter. They've gotten smarter. They've learned how to detect marketing emails and filter them and put them into separate folders for marketing and to really keep you out of the inbox and throw you into the spam folder. And they've learned about trigger words and things like that you know have affected our delivery rates. And obviously, if you're not getting seen by as many people, you're not getting as many opens and you're not getting as many clicks. So everything kind of snowballs there, and email marketing is plummeted. So you know. That really, really affects your business if you don't find a way to actually, you know, compensate for that. And you know what? Here's something that's changed dramatically Social networking. Your customers and your affiliates, which is two things that you absolutely need if you're going to make money online doing digital marketing. Well, they're all on social media. They're on Facebook, and they live there. They're always on. They're always on Facebook. They're always on Twitter. They're always on Instagram. This is where people are. We didn't used to have this issue back 10 years ago because even though Facebook existed, it wasn't what it is now. You couldn't go to Facebook and just go into a search bar. I mean, Facebook existed, but it didn't even have a search bar. It didn't even have, groups and things like that. And the only way you could actually message somebody is if they were friends with somebody you knew. You couldn't just randomly do a search for somebody and click the like button and send them a message. It didn't work that way. So all of these things have changed. Literally, the way that you communicate with people has changed in this time. Affiliate marketing. This has probably, with the exception of email marketing, which is directly related, obviously, to affiliate marketing, this has changed dramatically. Direct linking doesn't work anymore, period. It just doesn't work. Back in the day, you could actually go and get an affiliate link from ClickBank, from, JVZoo didn't exist, but from an affiliate link from any platform, and you could just go and run a Google ad. You could run an AdWords ad and put that affiliate link directly in the ad and send people right from the ad to the offer page and make money. That does not work anymore. It doesn't matter where you try putting an affiliate link these days. They get blocked. So you got to do all kind of clever things like landing pages, bridge pages, and all kinds of stuff, right? And the other thing with affiliate marketing, when you're promoting other people's product, it's a catch-22 now. A lot of people, they get into affiliate marketing now because they want a shortcut. Right? Everybody wants a shortcut to the money. Everybody wants to skip that whole product creation phase because they look at it like, oh God, I don't want to have to make a product. I don't know how to make a product. I have nothing to make a product about. I'm not an expert. I just want to make money faster. I'm going to promote somebody else's stuff. Yeah, it sounds logical on the surface, but then what happens when you decide you're going to promote somebody else's stuff? You realize, I don't have anybody to promote it to. So now your life gets consumed with trying to build a list and trying to drive traffic and figuring out how the heck to do that, build audiences and stuff. And the catch-22 is that everybody's promoting the same product you're trying to promote. So you have to stand out by creating a bonus. Now, you decided to do affiliate marketing because you didn't want to create products. But now you're doing affiliate marketing and you need to create bonus products, which is the same exact thing. So you're still in the same boat. You got to create products either way. So you're stuck in the catch-22 doing affiliate marketing. Product launching also significantly has changed. You know what? Expert status doesn't matter. It's all about the affiliates. If you don't master nowadays gathering affiliates, you're not going to make sales. It doesn't matter how you know why? There's like 100 product launches going on every single day because of so many digital marketers teaching digital marketing. Everybody and their mother is launching nowadays. So it really all becomes about how good you are at recruiting affiliates. It's much more important now to be skilled at recruiting affiliates than it is to be skilled at making a beautiful, awesome, amazing product. And that's a fact. Things have changed, and you're probably right now freaking out like, oh my goodness, why did I even come on this webinar? This guy is like totally like screwing my head up. Well, look, don't freak out. Don't freak out because there's a silver lining to this. There really, really is. And that's the purpose of this webinar. You're actually getting this shortcut by being on here. I am actually going to present the evolution solution to you. And I'm going to tell you, hey, it's not all doom and gloom. You know why? Because of technology. Period. Technology has actually worked in our favor. So yeah, all these things have changed, but that's the key word here is changed. If you're evolving with the changing technology, you're staying ahead of the curve. It's the people that are still doing it the way it was being done 5-6 years ago. It's the people that are learning from marketers that made money then and are really broke right now. And unfortunately, there's a lot of that. And it's so tough. It's the one regret probably that I have, or the one thing that I really, really feel for somebody starting out today is it's become so hard to distinguish, to separate the wheat from the chaff, right? Because anybody with an HD camera can make a really good looking video and pretend to be an expert at something, right? It's a little tougher to hide, especially on social media, because you can look and see that they have no followers and no likes and stuff like that. But man, so many people fall for it. And the key, though, is to be able to stay ahead from the curve, to not be listening to old, outdated information, to be able to follow people that are actually doing it right now, to lock arms with people that are actually getting results right now. And you know what? Here's what I learned about the technology and keeping up with it. Email marketing, remember how it's just plummeted? Well, here's the thing. How come if it's so bad, if it's just horrible and it's hard to get clicks and all that, how come we've been consistently making more money from our affiliate marketing efforts every single month for years and years and years, even though the ability to get clicks and the ability to get into the inbox and the ability to deliver your message to people has been stifled and is now harder? Well, it's because the technology has evolved with the times. Now we have things like two-step opt-ins. So you know what? Back then, when a landing page, which is where you capture the name and email of your subscriber, back then when those things would only convert at 10%, we could only get a certain amount of subscribers. So we invented the two-step opt-in. Now, not me, but the industry in general came up with a two-step opt-in process, which more than tripled the way that a landing page converts visitors into subscribers. A two-step opt-in process is where instead of just going to the landing page and seeing the form right when they get there, they read the page first, then they click a button, and that opens the form in a Lightbox. That technology didn't always exist. And that technology of opening the web form in a Lightbox tripled the conversion rate of every single landing page out there. And you know what? Speaking of landing pages, nowadays there are done-for-you landing page. Back when I was doing this, we had to start from scratch using HTML and front page and build your own landing page and test it. Nowadays, there are beautiful templates inside just about every single page builder out there. Beautiful, beautiful templates that you can just they've been designed already, proven to convert, and you can just replace their default text with your headline, with your product title, and with your call to action. And now you've got beautifully created, layouts and all of these things improve the conversion rate. So now, since you can get more people on your list, that same email that you were sending, even though the deliverability plummeted, you're actually touching 3 times more people. So that helps. You know what's another thing? We have technology now that can automatically register people onto your list. So sometimes they don't even have to go through a landing page, right? The only way to build a list back in the day was you had to get traffic, you had to send it to a landing page or a squeeze page for them to enter their name and email. Nowadays, there's all kinds of technology, like with JVZoo. When somebody buys your product, you can automatically add them to your list. You don't have to wait. That's actually called API technology, which I'm actually going to talk about now when we consider social networking. API is an acronym that stands for Application Program Interface. Nowadays, all of these social networks, all of these platforms that we use, they have something called an API, which allows one program to talk to another program, so to speak, for 2 applications to communicate with one another. And what that enables us to do is to automatically add people to our list and to put people on certain groups and things like that simply by them taking an action somewhere else. Without them even having to give us their name and their email, we can add them to a list. I'll give you an example. Have you ever seen a login with Facebook button? Think about that. You went to a website and you were able to log in without entering your name, your email address, or anything. There was a little blue login with Facebook button, and as long as you have a verified Facebook account, you click that little blue button, you're in this other site now too. That technology has increased conversion rate, huge differences and this is what compensates. This is what compensates for the fact that things have gotten worse, and this is why you need to stay ahead with the technology. The same thing with things like messenger bots, and there are just so many more ways now to communicate with people. Back in the day, it was email marketing alone. Now you can communicate with them through messenger bots and chat bots, and you can communicate with them inside of groups, and there's a whole bunch of different places where you can build that audience. It's no longer about just growing an audience inside of an autoresponder, inside of an email list. Affiliate marketing has changed dramatically for the better as well, because there's technology. As long as you've been keeping up with it, now there's viral technology in place where you don't have to struggle with driving all of your own traffic anymore if you're using apps that drive the traffic for you. So things like ShareGates and inviters, where when somebody does opt into your list or click that little Facebook button, all of a sudden they're asked, hey, would you like to recommend this to one of your friends? Would you like to share it on social media? So every single person that comes onto your list can quite literally bring tens or dozens or hundreds even more people to your site. So you can create this viral effect, this snowball effect, this avalanche of traffic to your own site with today's technology. Again, this kind of stuff wasn't available back in the day, and if you're still learning it the old school way and still trying to succeed the old school way and not keeping in touch and keeping ahead and basically just staying ahead of the curve, you're falling behind. Product launching, this is huge. This has changed because now affiliates are all congregated in groups and in calendar sites, and finding pools of affiliates to talk to and to communicate to is something that really, really behooves you. Back in the day, we couldn't do that. You know how I used to have to get affiliates? I would literally have to buy a plane ticket and get on an airplane and fly to an event that was happening somewhere on the other side of the country and hand out business cards and go walk around in the lobby and introduce myself to affiliates if I recognize them, or just kind of basically networking in order to try to meet people and get their name and their number and their email address. And when I got home, I could send them thank you emails and just basically get to know them and hopefully one day get them to promote my product for me. But now there's affiliate groups on social media sites and Skype. There's calendar sites that literally list the amount of launches that are going on and who's launching and who's promoting. There are so many different ways that technology has compensated and we've evolved as an industry. And there are things happening right now. There are things changing right now that are even going to create a greater evolution in the time to come. I have a question for you. That's a pretty old picture of me, but it's really important that you grasp what I'm about to say. What's your vision? What's your vision? Because when I started doing this, right from the beginning, I knew right when I got that little link from John Thornhill's ebook on eBay, I knew that Melinda and I were going to be internet millionaires. I knew it. I was like, oh my goodness, this is it. This is what I'm going to do. I no longer have to sell physical items. I'm not going to have to do telemarketing. I'm not going to have to go door to door. And I'm definitely not going to have to be a moving target, in the city of New York wearing a blue uniform, risking my life. I am going to sell digital products. But from that very first day, I knew that it was a business, and I started mapping it out like a business. And not only did I do that, but I ended up partnering and actually, doing business together with that guy, John Thornhill, that you see pictured right there. This is years later, a few years after I got that ebook on eBay from John Thornhill. John Thornhill and I did our own live event in Orlando, Florida. John flew all the way across the ocean and came and stayed with us at our house, and that's me and him on stage at our event in Orlando, Florida. So, I was envisioning all of this from the very beginning. I was trying to build a company, a business. So what are you doing? Are you putting the cart before the horse? Are you feverishly trying to create byproducts, or are you creating products? Because one of the things that I think a lot of people do, they kind of put the cart before the horse because they jump in. Somebody says, hey, you got to build a list. You got to build a list. Nothing happens without a list. And yeah, that's true, and building a list is important. But a list is a byproduct. A list is not the product. You see, when you create a product and you sell it, you're going to have a list of customers by default. The list of customers is a byproduct of having a business. It's not the other way around. You don't build a list and then have products and a business. It doesn't work that way, and I think a lot of people kind of get this mixed up. So my question is really, are you building a business, or are you building the byproducts of a business? Making money online is not the same as building an online business. Anybody can make money online. You can go right now and put a gig on Fiverr and make $5 for transcribing 5 minutes of audio, or for doing a funny video wearing a chicken outfit, or any number of, thousands and thousands of different gigs that you can do. Making money online could be performing services for people. Maybe you're good at graphics. Maybe you're good at programming. Maybe you're good at building websites. Maybe you're good at, I don't know, whatever it is you might be good at that other people could benefit from. You could charge money for that service. It's still a time for money kind of situation, though. It's very difficult to scale that kind of a business to a retirement type of passive income. Are you creating and launching products? Because that is not the same as building a business. You know what happens when you just create and launch products? You get caught in something called the feast or famine model. It means you're feasting 1 month when you did a launch, but then for the next 2 months or whatever amount of time it takes you to create another product, you're broke. You're trying to figure out how the hell you're going to pay the bills. And you're never 100% secure because, at any time, one of your launches could not do well. And I'm here to tell you, not every single launch is a home run. I've learned this the hard way. Just because you had one really amazing launch and you made, $50,000, $60,000, $100,000, that doesn't mean that every launch after that forever is going to make more and more money. We've had launches, that we only made a few $1,000s, even though after we've done several six-figure launches because we made a mistake or we got it wrong or it just didn't catch on. Building a list is a byproduct. I mentioned this before. One of the biggest mistakes that people make is they say, well, I don't want to make a product. I'm just going to do affiliate marketing. And then they get into affiliate marketing. Oh, I need a list. And then they just start building a list. They just figure, okay, I have to build a list first. But here's the thing about building a list. Your list is never built. Your list is an ongoing thing. It's something that you're always building. I've been doing this with my wife now for almost 15 years, and we're still building our list. You never arrive at a place where your list is complete, and then you could start actually doing your business. So what ends up happening is people don't know how to balance the two, how to build a list while making money and how to earn while they learn. They just screw this all up, and they end up just going broke in the process. A list is a byproduct of making sales. It is not the business. When you build a business, you're going to have a list of customers. But when you build a list, you're not just going to have a business. You're not going to have a portfolio of products. That's not the way that it works. You don't have a business because you built a website. You build a website because you have a business. It's just one little shift in thinking. And when you start looking at it like this, you've already begun to think about it like a CEO. It's all about perspective. It's all about the way that you look at things. Growth, for the purpose of growth, is the etiology of the cancer cell, and it only ends up killing the host. And I say this because if you're just trying to grow a list because somebody said, hey, I got to grow a list and I'm not going to be able to make money unless I have a big list, that's growing for the purpose of growth. And what ends up happening is you just end up killing your business. You end up with a list that you can't monetize, and you end up with no digital assets that you could truly sell. You might make a little bit of money here and there along the way, but you're not going to build a business that's going to create life-changing residual income for you that you can retire off, that you can actually make a living out of even. So how are you doing it? What are you doing to build your business? Do you actually have a business plan? Do you have a budget? Do you have a plan for the next 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, 12 months? Have you even mapped it out that way? Because that's how true businesses work. They actually have vision like that. Vision like I had in the beginning. I knew that I was going to become an internet millionaire, and I knew that I was going to end up working with this guy, John Thornhill, and I manifested those things. Imagine having the solution to all these issues that we've been talking about. Just imagine for a second, because we actually have a membership site unlike anything you've ever heard of before. It's called My Unfair Advantage. And inside of My Unfair Advantage, there is such a really cool environment for you to grow your business, because we've got everything that you need to turn what you're doing right now into a reliable long-term business. And I'm talking about the kinds of things that you truly need to succeed: the training, the strategy, the list building, the support, the coaching. That's the stuff that's really going to take you to the next. Because nowadays, There's all kinds of tools out there. Tools are a dime a dozen. You can choose from whether you want to be using ClickFunnels, ConvertTree, Groove Pages, Kartra. There's like all these different tools. There's WordPress, there's Optimize. There's definitely no lack of tools out there because the industry has evolved to the point that it's become very, very competitive. Those days of using front page and learning HTML to build your site, they're far gone. Nowadays, it's actually become very, very affordable to have these done for you type of drag and drop systems. They didn't exist back then, but what we lack is the strategy. What we lack is the correct training, the guidance from people that are doing it right now, making money at it right now, instead of those that would just try to sell you their stuff that used to work years ago, and even though they're just themselves struggling right now. I want to actually show you inside of the members area of My Unfair Advantage right now, so that you could see for yourself. So when you log into My Unfair Advantage, you're greeted by this beautiful couple here, this beautiful young lady and this handsome young man. And we basically have here, I'm just going to go from left to right. This is probably the most robust membership site that you'll ever be part of, okay? Right on this column right here, you see that we have the webinars, and you can see all of the webinars. By the way, this is a website. This isn't something new that we're doing, okay? This is a website. This is our flagship product. We have been running this website since April of 2010, okay? That's how long we've been doing this. And every single Thursday night, we do live coaching with our My Unfair Advantage members. We do a webinar every single Thursday night. At the time that we recorded this, we're approaching 500, episode number 500. I think we're just shy of 480. So pretty soon we will be having our 500 episode. And essentially what happens here is you register for this private webinar. This is not public. These are not sales webinars, okay? And they happen every single Thursday. Now, I color code them. So every time that you see blue, it's a creation video webinar. So we're going to be talking about creating stuff, creation processes, and in any kind of list building, video products, any kind of when we're creating something. List building has its own color, that's red. Traffic, if we're going to do training on traffic, it's green. And then wildcard is purple. So that's anything that's not creation, list building, or traffic. And sometimes we talk about different platforms. Sometimes people ask questions, and I might do an open mic session or unplugged, but essentially, this goes ahead and explains to you how that works, and then you can sign up and come and attend live. We interact. This is by the way, this is unlike any type of webinar you've ever been on, okay? Some of the webinars can go 3 hours. Sometimes we've even been on there 4 hours. They take place every Thursday night, and we have this process that we go through. We do a housekeeping section where we go over current events. We go over what's going on the internet now, new products, new tactics. We then have a Q&A period where you can ask about anything, and then we have a formal presentation where I do a training on a specific topic, and then we actually go back into Q&A. This whole process can run 3 or 4 hours, and you get direct answers to any questions that you have. Myself and Melinda are right here in this room answering your questions and guiding you through whatever challenges you're having in your business. So it's very, very powerful because you have 2 internet marketing millionaires here live to help you every single week. So you're not going through it alone. You're getting cutting edge information. You're seeing our screen. We're answering your questions and breaking through the barriers with you. You're not getting old, outdated information that isn't working anymore. You have access to all of the recordings of all of the presentations that we did in every one of those webinars stemming back all the way to 2010. I mean, this is like an internet marketing encyclopedia, okay? So you can click right in here, and then you can see all the different things all the different videos rather that we've talked about. So this is the startup schedule. This is one on structuring your online business, and this one here is a 40-minute presentation. So as you can see, we go through the slides here. So this is training done by us right here, myself and Melinda, live in front of a live audience. And this one is 40 minutes. They're not all 40 minutes. Sometimes they'll be 30 minutes. Sometimes they'll be an hour. It all depends on how chatty I got, how many questions I had. Here's the online money process. So this is another one that we did recently. And this is why I actually had the bullets on a Google Doc here. Obviously I'm not going to play all these there's some weeks where we didn't have a webinar where either it landed on a holiday or, we took the day off or something like that. So we do have some days off. There's a calendar obviously below here with the holidays and stuff. Look at some of these titles: Google sliding, killer landing pages, OP3 error pages, email anatomy, copywriting basics, finding affiliates, creating irresistible creating irresistible offers, info product critique. I actually critique someone's product. One of our members said, hey, would you do a live critique of my product? And I went through their entire product. JV pages, a 60-day checklist, how to make a 555 product, use the 555 system to create a product. And it just goes on and on. I mean, if you go back just a couple of years here, let's see what kind of presentations we had there. Let's see, you had updating a sales video, repurposing sales scripts, subject line anatomy, and unplugged. Liz Tomey as a guest here. This was a throwback Thursday. Wirecast live streaming, creating email gifts, private tags. Here's an unplugged episode, email countdown timers. Here we had a guest. His name is John Thornhill, and he was on wish list mailing, list hygiene, how to clean your list, how to use. I think this was one where we actually did a live a demonstration where I went through using the different tactics that we use to make sure that we remove all of the different like bounces and unsubscribes and how to actually maintain your list so that you get the highest amount of deliverability and opens and things like that. So as you can see, just the archives alone is just a plethora of knowledge, but you can come live and you can make suggestions. You can actually take part in the actual presentations. Now, in addition to the fact that we have these webinars and this live coaching every single week, we've also got some training courses in here where these are essentially little courses that we did, like for example, step-by-step product creation. Product creation is a topic that we get asked about all the time. So we put together an actual training on how to create a product from scratch. This is 10 videos. 11 videos on how to create a product starting from a blank screen. So you could literally create an entire product by just watching these videos and learn exactly how to make your own product. List Bowl teaches you how to build a list, easy video solutions, kick-ass sales pages. This is so cool because there are so many ways to sell online, and there's so many different types of products that you can sell. You can sell information, you can sell widgets, software, and you don't sell this different products to different audiences in the same way. There isn't any one size fits all ditto sheet or layout that you could use to sell to every audience. So this course actually teaches you exactly how to sell to all the different types of audiences for whatever type of product. Like if you're just selling information, if you're selling widgets, if you're doing video sales letters, if you're doing webinars. I cover every single type of selling, of online selling throughout this video series, and this one is 7 videos. And then I've actually got the resources below, so templates that you can use based on the training that we have up here. So we've got a membership site creation. We've got the Superstar training is really cool. We actually did this one with the creators of JVZoo. So the owners of JVZoo took part in this training with us, and you'll see myself and Melinda teaching you how to be an affiliate superstar and how to be a launch superstar. And you can actually log in and see us doing this training. This is actually training that we did in one of our workshops in front of a live studio audience. We did this. This video here is an hour long. This is actually a great video. I love this beautiful woman here. Love of my life. But anyway, we're really excited to have you see this training because this is really short. Within a few days, you can watch all these videos and you can learn how to create a product. You can learn how to create your sales video. You can create how to, your sales page. You can learn how to do affiliate marketing and make money at it, and how to launch your own product, recruit affiliates, get the highest conversions. You're learning it all right here, and it's a fun way to learn it. These webinars are cool. They're interactive and they're fun. They're not boring. It's not dry material. We've also probably one of the coolest things about being an Unfair Advantage member is these things that you get access to here. First and foremost, you get all of our products. You get all of our core products, and you get everything, not just like the front end. This isn't a gimmick where it's like, yeah, we're going to give you like a free piece of Buzzinar in order for you to buy the rest of it. You get everything. So your login, your username and login for My Unfair Advantage will work for Buzzinar, for Rapid Profit System, for Funnel Boss, for Content Nitrous, for Internet Selling for Newbies. These are our top selling products, our core products. Buzzinar, and you know what? I'll actually log into them to show you. Buzzinar is a product that teaches you how to create viral sales funnels and viral lead funnels. And it actually includes software. You get the Buzzinar plugin for WordPress. You also get the HTML software in case you have an HTML site you want to paste it on. This is really neat because there is core material here like training. So you've got your ebook that you can download. You've also got your video modules that you can see, which is in-depth training on how to create viral lead funnels, like what I talked about earlier. The way to compensate for not having a lot of traffic and for having, needing more people on your list. Well, I teach you here how to create those types of viral campaigns where you actually get each person that comes to your landing page to bring you more people to your landing page through incentivizing them using a special software. And we actually give you the software here. So you can actually come and download the software. You get your own license key and you can install the WordPress plugin, or you can install the HTML software. Like if you're using some other sort of like if you're using a different type of site builder that you can paste HTML in, you could just use the HTML version. But you've got a video tutorial for each of these to teach you how to install it. And then you've also got your code generator. So right here, this is where you actually click. You generate your code for the HTML version here. There's actually instructions here that you got to watch first before you generate the code so that you're able to generate the code properly. So I actually skipped that step here. But you get the software, you get the training material. Also, you get all the upsells. So Funnel Boss upsells, the Buzzinar Funnel Boss training is really cool because this teaches you how to create advanced funnels, and it actually gives you tutorials on how to create long, deep funnels that you can monetize the back end. And again, this is just one of the core products that you get in the portal. You get our Rapid Profit System. This is where I teach people how to build huge audiences and monetize them using social media. And again, I'll show you this one. You get, it's impossible for me to go through every single page and every nook and cranny of every one of the products and everything that you get with MUA because it's huge. We'd actually we'd be here all day. But it's just a great membership site that contains so much material. So as you can see, the login is the same for My Unfair Advantage that it is for you. So one username and password gets you into everything. And here with the RPS training, it's broken down into 3 phases. And in phase 1, you're going to see, you're going to learn how to get your market. You get the video here, and then you're going to be able to download all of the material from the video right beneath it. You could add notes right here, but this is where you actually learn how to select your niche, how to identify your audience. And then in phase number 2, you're going to be able to watch more training. And this is how you create your funnel that's going to pull in your audience. This one actually has a couple of videos. And again, beneath each one of the videos, we have all the material that you need in order to be able to take action and do the steps that you learn inside of the training. And then in phase 3, we actually teach you how to drive the traffic, how to actually get traffic to your campaign so you can start making money. This teaches you how to build huge audiences and drive traffic using those audiences. We also give you content that you can use to attract those audiences and monetize those audiences. That's also included. So you're getting everything. And you don't just get like the front end. Let me show you what I mean. These are the content packages. And obviously, when we sold and we launched Rapid Profit System, this was a 6-figure product launch, and it had a funnel. So there was a basic package, and anybody that bought the basic package got this stuff. All right. And then anybody that got the turbo upgrade, they got this additional stuff. Right. And then anybody that got the after that, there was a turbo light package. They got this, so. Then there was the final upsell, which was the powerhouse package, and they got all this additional material, right? So you get everything, okay? Full access. There are no holds barred for you guys. Look at all this material that you're getting, and you're getting it for free. Each one of these are products that if you were to add up like each individual thing, like the front end of Rapid Profit System, I believe. Let's take a look at just how much that one costs. If I were to go to rapidprofitsystem.com, I think it sold for like $20. And then the upsell, so let me just pause this. I just want to go down to the price and see how much that one sells for. So this one currently, the front end sells for $19.95. So then I think that if I go back to over here, so the front end, this basic package is $19.95. Then I think this turbo package is like $47. I think the light package was a downsell, so I think that might have been $27. Then I think the second upsell, which is the powerhouse, I think that one was $67. I don't remember, but I believe that the whole funnel for this one product was probably around $150 if you bought every product in it. You're getting them all for free, not just for Rapid Profit System, but you're getting that everything that came with Buzznar, every upsell, everything that came with Rapid Profit, everything that came with Funnel Boss, everything that came with Content Nitrous. Content Nitrous actually has 5 pieces of software. It actually includes a bunch of plugins that you can use. We developed these ourselves in-house for our own company, and they actually help you build membership sites and make more money. And they're WordPress plugins, so you could build WordPress sites that do some really, really extraordinary things. And Internet Selling for Newbies, this is by far one of our most successful products. This has developed so many successful internet marketers. We literally teach you how to sell online from the ground up. All the basics, absolutely everything that you need to learn in order to start making money online is covered in ISFN. And then we've got a product library. You actually have your very own PLR product library. So if you're somebody that's like, hey, you know what? I don't want to make my own products. Well, you know what? You can use ours. We actually give you a license here to use, like there's certain things you can do and you can't use. Like for example, you can't use our name and our image in your product. So there's a couple of things that you're allowed to do and not allowed to do with your PLR license. But you could use any of this material as your own. You can even claim authorship. You can modify it. You can sell it as is. You can combine it to make your own course. You get all this stuff here, all included with My Unfair Advantage. And I don't want to end this without telling you that our support, we have the best support in the known universe. You know why? Because we have a small team in-house. Myself and my beautiful wife, Melinda, run the company right from home here. We don't have a big corporate office or anything. And we have six employees at the time that we recorded this, that we did this webinar, okay? And we do our support ourselves. You're not getting outsourced to somebody in some third world country that has no idea what our products are and you're just a number to them. No, you can actually communicate with us directly on the support desk with live chat, and it's Melinda or one of our team members right here in-house that's answering that. And you can even call us. You can call our office, and as long as it's regular business office hours, like business hours, Melinda will answer the phone, or you can leave a message and she'll call you back. Like that's the kind of business that we run. Like we believe in customer happiness, not just customer support, but customer happiness. And you're gonna have the best support you've ever had with any product that you've ever bought, not just with an internet marketing product that you've ever bought, with any product that you've ever bought. We guarantee that that's the kind of support that you're going to get from us. So that's My Unfair Advantage. That's what you're going to get. You're going to get myself, Melinda, and our team locking arms with you. I think that one of the things that really, really is beneficial here is, I didn't even mention it, when you become a member of My Unfair Advantage, one of the things that we tell you here is to join the group. We have an exclusive Facebook group just for our My Unfair Advantage members. And this thing, it's got My Unfair Advantage altogether. I think we've got around 4,000 members, but in the group, in the MUA Facebook group, there's about 1,000 members. And it is such a tightly knit family. Everybody's constantly giving each other advice in there. People do joint ventures. It's a great place for you to get affiliates to promote your products because it's one big family. We're all part of the MUA family, and everybody just achieves more together in there. So it's really a really great place to communicate and to make friends and to grow your business alongside other people that are like-minded. So I really, really want to invite you to become a member of My Unfair Advantage, and that's what I'm going to present to you next. Okay, so this is not a typical webinar where you pay $997 like you're probably used to. Most of the webinars that we see nowadays, if it's $997, you're lucky. And most of the ones I see, it's like $1997 or even more, and that's usually out of reach for the people that need it the most. But as one of our subscribers, you're family. We really consider you family, and we consider you somebody that has decided to follow us, and we are very privileged and we are very honored to have that opportunity to serve you. And we want to make it super affordable for you. We want to make this something that is within your reach, regardless of what stage you're at. So we're making you an offer right now to join My Unfair Advantage for only $297 for life. Okay, lifetime. Now, we do have a monthly option. You can pay $37 a month, or you can choose to just pay one time $297, and you're going to have access to everything that you just saw me show you, as well as to Melinda and myself every single Thursday night live, doing coaching, answering your questions, literally directly to you here in this room. You type in your question, we're answering directly. We can even take over your screen and show you stuff and help you break through barriers if it's something that you choose. Our goal is to get you to the next level, and we know that by locking arms with us and us personally coaching you, we can do that. And we do that every single night, every single Thursday, and we also give you access to everything in the website that you just saw. You get it all for life for $297 without any other payments to make ever again. And we have an order page that's a special order page just for you to go to myunfairadvantage.com/order. And that's where you can see both of these options. You can see the $37 monthly option or the $297 option. Now, obviously, if you can swing the $297, it is a much better deal because you'll never have to pay again. $37 a month, maybe that you want to start there and maybe later on upgrade and just, be able to stop the monthly payments and just go to $297. But it's not like you get the $37 back, okay? So it's one of those two. Either you sign up for monthly or you just sign up one time for life. It's just a better deal to go ahead and get the $297 option. Go ahead and dive in because this isn't something that's going to end. We've been doing this since April of 2010. Our reputation precedes us. If you Google us, we've been doing this a long time and we've survived the test of time. We've been around. We're not a one-hit wonder. We're not a flash in the pan. We're the type of people that we really want to help you succeed, and we want to put our money where our mouth is. Okay, so join My Unfair Advantage. Go ahead and buy the lifetime. Go ahead and get the $297 one. You know why? Because you can try it for 30 days, risk-free. And if for any reason you're unhappy or you decide you don't want to be part of this, no problem. Just let us know and we'll give you a 100% refund if it's not the best decision that you've ever made. You can even download whatever you want while you're in there. Watch the material, download the material. We know that you're going to love this so much. We know that if we get you to come to one of our weekly webinars, you're just going to love my charisma and my presentation skills so much. Frankly, you're going to like my wife much better, and that's why you'll probably stay. But we're a really fun group to learn from. We would love to have you here, and if you join now and you get in at the lifetime price $297, you have the 30-day money back guarantee, and you'll never have to worry about paying again. So if you buy the $37 one, I know that you're going to want to stay, and then you're going to have to pay the $297 on top of the fact that you paid for a month at $37. So we don't want you to have to pay more than you have to. So that's why I recommend you buy the $297 lifetime membership right now. Because I guarantee you it's going to be the best decision that you've ever made. And we're going to help you get to that position like we were in, where we were able to make six figures within the first year. It took us 18 months. I guarantee you that following our training and our coaching and using these tools, which I didn't have, you're going to be able to do this within 12 months. You're going to be able to. Now, I just want to revert back because you might be excited now that you saw all this stuff and you're jumping. It's going to take work. It's going to take effort. I don't have any magic fairy dust. All we can do is help you, lock arms with you, support you, coach you, and help you through it. But you're the one that has to get up every day and go work on your website. You're the one that has to actually put in the elbow grease. I'm not going to drive over to your house, knock on your door and say, hey, come on now, it's time to get up and work on your business. You've got to be self-motivated, and you've got to come ready to take action. But if you are ready to take action and you're willing to put in the effort, Melinda and I are willing to coach you, and we're willing to help you get to that 6-figure mark. Whether you want to scale it to 7 figures like we have, and you want to get a team of 6 people for yourself like we have, well, at that time we can coach you to do that as well. But right now, I just want you to go to myunfairadvantage.com and myunfairadvantage.com/order. And I want you to go ahead and invest the $297 and become a member. Here's one of our members, George Nieves. You might know George if you're on social media. He says, my take on My Unfair Advantage is that it simply rocks. This is one of the most robust membership sites and full-blown marketing resources out there. It provides you with every tool you'll possibly need, plus a chance to interact with Omar personally in his weekly webinars. Until you attend one of Omar's weekly webinars, you haven't experienced anything as of yet. Omar is an incredible marketer and a master motivator. His wife, Melinda Martin, is always on the calls as well, adding her expertise and charm. MUA is such an incredible feature and benefit-rich membership site. MUA receives my highest recommendations. What a cool testimonial from Big George. And here's another one from another one of our members that's been with us for years. His name is John Johns. He's with us every week on the webinars, and he's even visited our home here when we've done events. John says, hi, I've been a member of MUA for a few years now, and honestly, I can say that becoming a member is one of the best moves I've made to help improve my online business and move it to the next level. Both Omar and Melinda have been just great, working with me and giving me advice and the tools needed to make working online so much better. One of the best things I like about MUA is the Thursday night training webinars. Most of the time, it's 3 hours of just no BS information that you can actually put into action to improve your online business. The bottom line is that MUA has been good for me and the friends I've made from the membership, all thanks to Omar and Melinda. So thank you, John Johns, for that great testimonial. Guys, you've got to make the first move. You've got to go to myunfairadvantage.com/order and join. Become a member today. Join with a $297 lifetime offer, and we look forward to working with you. We look forward to seeing you on the next MUA webinar. You've got to make the first move, because that's what it's going to take, and then you've got to use the tools. It's there for you. Melinda and I have done this. We've built a business. We've built a great life for ourselves. We've been working from home. For us, social distancing was nothing new. We've been social distancing for the last 15 years almost, right? We've been working from home at our own pace, making the amount of money that we want to make. Today, I hate to admit it, but we didn't even get out of bed till I want to say 1 or 2 in the afternoon. We were just watching movies and just enjoying the day. And this is the kind of life that you can have. You can control. That's not every day. We work. We still work hard. We still put in the hours, but we have control of our time and we have control of our income. When the world went nuts and everybody, went into lockdown mode, we didn't have to worry about where our next paycheck was going to come from, because we built an online business. And as long as the internet exists, we're very blessed to not have to worry about money. We want to make that happen for you as well. And you can be part of this right now at myunfairadvantage.com/order. So I want to thank you. Thank you so much for being here with us. I want you to join at myunfairadvantage.com/order, because right now you can get in at an incredibly low price on this. You can take the $37 per month one. I highly recommend you just dive in. You're not going to regret this decision to lock arms with us and build your online business. You deserve it. You deserve to start making this kind of money and to start living this kind of life. And for $297, we can help you get on that path. Okay. So if you have any questions whatsoever, you can talk directly to Melinda at the help desk, HLShelpdesk.com. If it's regular business hours, ours, you might see a little live chat button there, or you can call us 866-205-3389. We're happy to answer your questions, and we're happy to go on this journey of internet marketing together with you. Okay, so again, thank you very much for being here. I hope you've gotten a lot of value out of this webinar, and I hope that you make this very small investment into your financial future, because I promise you that you're not going to regret it. So we look forward to seeing you on the next webinar. Thanks again. We love you, and God bless.